President Trump's press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, is caught in another scandal as another video has resurfaced that is putting a target on her back. And I have to tell you, another video has come out of that I can't wait to show you. It is absolutely ridiculous. And also, Kevin McCarthy is in the news, alleging that Matt Gaetz did something with an underage girl. And I also have something at the very end for you about woke words that I just want to know your opinion on. First, here is Dean Cain. I don't know about you, but this makes me feel safe. I'm going to feel so safe. Here's Dean Cain in a phenomenal ICE recruiting video.
And so this time, Dean Cain isn't flying there. He's going through.
Oh my God. Really graceful, like a gazelle.
And so this time, Dean Cain isn't flying there. He's going through that obstacle course and training to be an honorary ICE agent. He was working hard out there, and this is exactly what those recruits will do as they're picked one by one. And they're at the federal law enforcement training.
Wow, that's the best they could do. This is the best they could do. Superman, more like subpar man. Okay, let me have that. All right, now Karoline Leavitt is caught in scandal. The White House is reeling as this video has been unearthed that connects her directly to Project 2025. It goes on, this is the Daily Beast reporting as of yesterday, saying, well, she doesn't talk about it these days, a 27-year-old who, by the way, looks totally different. This is a different face. It's a different face. Sorry, I don't think that's sexist. I think that's just having eyes. Anyways, well, she doesn't talk about it these days. A 27-year-old press secretary once played a starring role in a training video created by the Heritage Foundation, which created Project 2025. The 30-minute guide titled The Art of Professionalism was produced before Trump returned to the Oval Office and features Leavitt providing tips on everything from competence, you have to be resourceful, to knowledge, reading the news of the day. Great tip, Caroline. And confidence, quote, just be prepared. All right, here is just a little bit of that video, which is...
My name is Karoline Leavitt, and I am a former political appointee in the Donald J. Trump administration, where I served in the White House press office as an assistant press secretary.
Yeah, so when they said they weren't doing that shit, they're doing that shit. And here is all of MAGA admitting that Project 2025 is real. We know that now, they're doing it, but they admitted as such the second they won the election.
Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman.
By the way, not for nothing, but Candace Owens has said that this man is a homosexual. And I think as a homosexual, I'm allowed to allege that. A white nationalist homosexual, how nice.
Body. My choice. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie.
I already know there's going to be a bunch of people who are like, who cares what that troll has to say? He's not.
All right, well, I care what he says because he has a lot of power. He has a lot of influence. And I really do think that's what a lot of Republicans in power want. That's what they want. Karoline Leavitt is a path for them to get there. They show that a woman can be anything while they still strip the rights away from every woman. It's a classic bait and switch. What I tell you, that face is totally different. That is a different face. It could be her sister. It could be her sister. For what it's worth, I think she looks good, looks better. But anyways, here she is, not being able to speak very well.
And the president is more interested in giving that taxpayer money to trade schools and programs in state schools where they are promoting American values, but most importantly, educating the next generation based on skills that we need in our economy and our society. Apprenticeships, electricians, plumbers. We need more of those in our country and less
Apprenticeships. Oh, boy. Apprenticeships. Okay, well, that's definitely a press secretary for Donald J. Trump. Now, moving on, we also have news that Kevin McCarthy is back on CNN. The bitch is back, and he is alleging some pretty damning stuff about Matt Gaetz. He doesn't outright say it, but remember, Matt Gaetz is the one who led the charge to get Kevin McCarthy removed from office. And here's what Kevin McCarthy said, who obviously still has a chip on his shoulder.
Seats in California that have flipped, When I was in, we won 5 seats. We lost 2 in the last cycle. I didn't lose my job because I worked across the aisle. I lost my job because one person slept with an underage woman, and I wasn't going to do something different when it came to the ethics committee. And I do that exact same thing today. I'll stand for what's right. Just like right now, I'm standing for the Constitution of California. The voters decide.
Yeah, the voters do decide, and the voters most likely are going to vote to say that they're going to redistrict and allow gerrymandering to take place. So take that, Kevin McCarthy. And it's really funny that he is basically just on national TV saying that Matt Gaetz slept with an underage girl. He's not saying it directly, but just so you know, that's exactly who he's talking about. And let's end with this, because this was in the news yesterday. No one will talk about it. We will talk about it. Apparently, the problem with Democrats is that the words they use alienate voters.
We've heard existential threat a lot, but I want to give people some context on some other words and phrases that were in this memo. Body shaming, cisgender, holding space, incarcerated people, intersectionality, LGBTQIA+, pregnant people, systems of oppression, the unhoused. Why do you think it's a words, not a policies thing that Democrats are suffering from right now?
Oh, it's definitely both. I mean, we're a think tank. We talk about policies all the time. But I think sometimes we give short shrift to the words that public-facing Democrats, like the ones you just showed, and others, are using. And those words matter a lot. Ask yourself, if you're watching this, does anyone in your family around the table use words like this? Do you hear this when you talk to people that you went to high school with, or folks you're talking to at the grocery store? People just don't talk this way. And when Democrats do, they're putting a barrier between themselves and voters in ways that are deeply alienating and really off-putting. And we thought it was time for somebody to tell them that.
I don't know anyone in my personal life who talks that way, nor do I know anyone that cares about how someone decides to describe homeless people, whether they say unhoused or homeless. I really think that they are just looking in the wrong place. The problem is that Americans want a fighter, and they want policies that can help them have a better life. They want someone that they can trust. And I think more than anything, voters want someone who has moral clarity and understands their life. So I don't think it's a words thing. I think it's a policy thing. I just don't understand why Democrats look in all the wrong. It couldn't be simpler. Have good policies and relate to voter struggles, and you will win elections. That's as easy as it is. Zoran Mamdani did it. Trump did it, though he lied, but he does have a superpower of connecting with voters and making them feel like he understands their problems. Democrats, if you're focusing on words, you're really looking in the wrong place. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like on the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.